It was a blazing afternoon when the whispers first began about a girl named Zina who vanished near the banks of the Omo stream. She was only 9, chasing after a dragonfly behind the community center, barefoot and beaming with curiosity. No one noticed she was missing until her slippers were found, one stuck in wet soil, the other drifting gently in the water. The stream was quiet, like it was holding a secret. Years later, far away in the city, a woman named Tare was reaching her limit. At 29, she had endured a manipulative salon boss, a partner who walked out without a word, and friends who only showed up when they needed favors. One morning, she zipped her clothes into a weather-beaten duffel bag and left Port Harcourt behind. She said, "I need to start again," boarding a bus to a remote village called Omotana Waterside. Omotana was slow, cheap, and drenched in silence, perfect for a new life. Tare dreamt of owning a hair studio. She worked odd jobs, helped at a food stall, hawked boiled corn by the roadside, and cleaned guest houses at night. Within a month, she had saved just enough to buy supplies, but not enough for rent. One afternoon, a girl named Ada, a local who had befriended her, pointed to a lonely building near the stream. She said that place has been locked for over a decade. Tare's heart raced. She said, "I'll take it." The roof leaked, the floor creaked, cobwebs waved like curtains, but Tare swept, scrubbed, and rearranged until it looked like a place where something could finally begin. She named it the Crown Room. The villagers watched her like a movie. They didn't speak much, but they stared. Tare didn't mind. She believed in second chances, even if the building's silence felt too loud. Weeks passed. No customers. Each day she sat outside with a hopeful smile, but the chairs inside remained empty. She told Ada one evening, "Maybe I'm cursed." "It's not you," Ada whispered. "It's the stream. No business lasts near it." Tare asked, "Why?" Ada shrugged. "My grandmother used to say, 'The water gives and the water takes.'" But Tare refused to be frightened by old tales. One rainy night, around midnight, she heard a knock on her door. Not loud, just soft, curious. Tare froze. No one should be out that late. Slowly, heart pounding, she opened the door. A woman stood there, dripping, barefoot, dressed in white. Without a word, she walked in and sat on the salon chair like she'd been there before. Tare found her voice. "Ma, what do you need?" "My name is Noma," she said gently. "I have come to bless you. I have had your hunger. Your prayer sits heavy on the wind." Tare swallowed. "You want to help me?" Noma nodded. "Sell my wigs, keep the earnings, but don't ask too many questions." The next morning, Tare found a navy blue bag on her doorstep. Inside were premium wigs, lace fronts, bone straights, rich textures. She stared at them, uncertain. Later that day, a stranger knocked. She said, "I saw your work online. Do you braid?" Tare blinked. Online? She didn't even have a smartphone. More women came. By noon, there was a queue. None were from the village. Some had traveled miles. By evening, Tare had made more money than she had ever seen. The following day, another bag of wigs appeared.
Soon, the crown room became the talk of the region. Women came sad and left smiling. Some said they felt reborn after just a hair appointment. One lady who had been broke for months landed a 6-figure deal after wearing one of Tare's wigs. Another, who had been trying to conceive for years, got pregnant within days of her visit. Tare tried not to think too hard. Maybe this was her miracle. But others were watching. Especially Madame Kofo, the village baker who read her Bible like it was breath. She noticed the goats avoiding the salon. She had dreams too. In one, she saw shadows instead of customers in Tare's chair and the mirror reflecting water instead of faces. She approached Tare gently one morning. "My child, blessings don't come this fast unless something deeper is calling the shots." Tare just smiled, but the doubt had started creeping in. One stormy night, Numa returned. "Do you enjoy what you have become?" she asked. Tare hesitated. "Yes, but I'm scared." Numa placed a golden case on the table. "Inside are the wigs for those desperate for transformation. Sell them if you want more." Tare opened it slowly. The wigs inside glowed. One shimmered like stardust. Another flickered with an airy flame. She didn't sleep that night. Days later, one of her most famous clients, known as Muna, who was a social media influencer, was found dead. No signs of violence, but her lungs were filled with water. Terrified, Tare threw the golden box into the stream, screaming, "Take it back!" But the next morning, it was right back on her table. She knew there was no return. She had wealth, a booming business, and thousands who praised her. But at night, she dreamt of women with sleek wet hair combing endlessly in silence, of water swallowing her whole. Then one day, Noma came again, this time with a silver box. Inside was one final wig. A note on it read, "This one is for you." Tare hesitated, then slowly placed it on her head. Immediately, her breath caught, her body stiffened, and she saw visions. The stream, Numa, villagers, screams, shadows getting their hair done beneath the water, a mirror where her eyes were no longer hers. She rushed to look. They were round, dark, and glistening like a fish's eyes. Her lips parted, and slowly she smiled.